I've never seen anything like this.
It's just amazing. It's just amazing.
Personally, I'm just astonished that we've done this.
My name is Chuck Parsons, and what I do is I'm the project manager of Desert Meadows Park for Green Valley Gardeners. When we first took on the property, it was nothing but a big grass field. It had been basically abandoned, and it looked very much like the field that is just to the south of the park today. Big transformation. People can't believe it.
My name's Chris Beamish, and I'm from Airdrie, Alberta. Retired law enforcement officer with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Whoever thought of this idea, and the architect or the designers that laid this out did a phenomenal job. I think it would be something that, a very good template for other parks to look at.
The park began with this area, which is the Hummingbird butterfly garden. All the plants in here are either attracting butterflies or birds of different type. We're at the Barrio garden, and this came about well into the beginning of the project. Some volunteers were working along the Anza Trail planting native plants, and these mesquites were here, and they would come over here for shade, and thought what a great place to have a picnic table, and that led to a Barrio garden. We started off with doing everything from the donations that came into the park from people's yards, and adding a lot of color to them. People said it wasn't recycling junk, it was upcycling junk, I think is the term. We call this the area, the memory lock garden. We have this metal fence where people can hang a brass plaque in memory of either their loved ones, two-legged or four-legged, because a lot of retired people dearly love their four-legged critters.
Our favorite poodle dog.
It's great. I mean, we can come out here and walk by and have good memories of all our pets.
I have been around my mother and my grandmother who gardened, and I think there's just no escaping gardening for me. I just feel like it's part of who I am. It's not a hobby, it's just what I do. It's kind of like breathing for me. I have to be here. My name is Elisa Deering, and I'm the garden coordinator for the community garden at Desert Meadows Park. This land was offered to us to be the caretakers of, and one of the provisions that we asked for was that we could have a community garden here because it's something we had been looking for a long time. The plots were established here, and pretty quickly we outgrew what we had started with, which was 45 plots, and we now have 60 plots. I get up every day and I think about the garden, and I come over here and I garden, and I go home and I think about plants and I research plants, and it's what I do. So it's really my life.
We've been blessed with one member, that Henry Garcia, that loves to do metalwork in his retirement. And he volunteered to help us at the very beginning to create our sign out on the street to announce that we had Desert Meadows Park here. And from that, he has developed all kinds of metal pieces.
It's what we do. We give back to the community. I mean, it's part of what I believe we all should do. You know, I've been on 21 boards or commissions, and you know, I've been very active, very involved, and I finally got away from that. And I thought I wanted to do something to still give back, and this seemed like the perfect niche.
It gives me a lot of satisfaction to see what's happened because, first of all, I could never have envisioned that this would have happened, and I'm not sure anybody could have envisioned it because it kind of took on a life of its own as it started going. That was really nice. You're almost ready for a monsoon garden by then.
I travel with a dog. I like to get up early in the morning and walk around the city park, and always thought, gee, it'd be fun to live across from a park. And we started the project.
Morning.
And lo and behold, a house came up for sale across from the park. My wife and I wanted to downsize, and it was perfect. So I get to see firsthand how the park is used every day.
It hasn't just all been a walk in the park, no pun intended, but it's very satisfying. Makes you wonder what we could do next. Yeah, and I might be glad that I may be stepping down as president. It's a collective effort for sure.